Hi children, welcome to Educa. Today we are with a new video from grade 8 science. This is third lesson, functions of plant parts. I have divided this lesson into several parts. Now we are discussing the first one. So, plants in our environment show an vast diversity as animals. I have given you a figure of rainforest. Observe the diversity of plants in this forest. The major reason for the beauty and the wonder of forest is the diversity of plants. Plants differ each other in its size and morphological features. The reason for this is vast diversity is the adaptation of plants to survive in different environments. In this lesson, as the first activity, you have to study further about the parts of the plants. So you need Cupamania or Chondrocudumbia plants. In here, you have to uproot the plant from the soil without damaging the root system and wash the root properly. Observe the plant and identify its parts. Draw the diagram and name the parts. I have given you a figure. It's how the parts of plant. You can see flowers, fruits, leaves, stem, taproot and lateral root. The parts of plant here, it's have divided into two, shoot system and root system. Compare your diagram with my one. Every flowering plant consists of fruits, leaves, stem and roots, but they do not appear same in every plant. They have an extensive diversity. Now in this lesson, you have to review about the diversity and functions of leaves, stem and roots of the plants. So our first subtopic is diversity and functions of plant leaves. Leaves are considered as the most significant part of the plant. Most of leaves are the green in color. The main function of leaf is photosynthesis. Food is produced in plant having chlorophyll by using carbon dioxide, water and light energy. This process is known as photosynthesis. Plant leaves are well adapted for efficient photosynthesis. As a second activity, you have to study about this. You need some leaves of jack, mango, temple flower and manioc. Let's see what we have to do. Observe the leaves well. Compare the thickness of leaves and draw the area of leaves on square rule sheet and compare with others. For the purpose of photosynthesis, a leaf is typically flat and thin to expose to light over a broad area and allow light to penetrate fully into the tissues. Thick and fleshy leaves can be also seen as an adaptation to adverse environmental conditions. Examples are aloe, temple flower, yellow oleander. That means kaneru. This figure shows you the parts of leaves. Base, leaf stalk, blade, margin, tip, veins are the parts of leaf. Thus, every leaf has the same shape of petiole, margin, base and tip. In this activity, you have to observe it. We need some leaves that can be found in our environment like mango, papaw, rose, temple flower, bow, like that. So you have to obtain leaves from different plants in your environment. Observe the leaves and draw the pictures having different blades, bases, margins and tips. When you observe the blades of those leaves, you will understand they have different in shapes. This figure shows you the diversity of leaf blades. This figure shows you diversity among leaf tips. In here you can see diversity among leaf margins. This is diversity among leaf base. So now we are going to discuss about leaf arrangement. The leaves are fixed to the stem in a way to expose all the leaves to the sunlight. The pattern of fixing the leaf to the stem of the plant is known as leaf arrangement. Leaf arrangement supports efficient photosynthesis. Now you can see some leaf arrangements of plants. The first figure, we called it leaf are on alternate sides of stem. Example is Anoda, Katu Anoda. The second figure shows you the leaf arrangement paired at the nodes and in opposite directions. Example is Guava. Third one, 3 or more leaves attached at each node on the stem in whorl. Example is Rukkatana. Fourth figure shows you leaves are attached in a spiral manner around the stem. Example is Kantha. Let's discuss about the functions of leaf. As the first one, transpiration is the process of evaporation of water from the plant. It mainly takes place to the stomata in leaves. This figure shows you the internal structure of leaves with the stomata. Transpiration helps to transport water to upper parts of the plant. The leaves of plants in arid environments are adapted to minimize transpiration. Let's see what are those adaptations are. First one, thick waxy cuticle is present. Examples are temple trees. Leaves reduced to spines. Example is cactus. Third one, thin leaves. Example is kasar. Reduced number of leaves. Example is Navahamdi and Hirasa. These are the adaptation to minimize transpiration. The temple tree is have a thick waxy cuticle. Cactus have the leaves reduced to spines. Kasar, they have thin leaves. Some leaves are adapted to store water. They have become fleshy because they have specialized tissues to converse water. Examples are Akapana and aloe. Some leaves produce new plants through asexual reproduction. Examples are Akapana and begonia. There's activity, the fourth one, to study how some plant leaves produce new plants. We need some leaves of plants such as Akapana, begonia and peperomia. These are those plants, Akapana, begonia, peperomia. You have to make a small cut at the veins of these leaves and cover the place with soil. Keep them watering for several days. After 4 to 5 days, you can observe the roots near the veins of the leaves. Okay, thank you. That's what we have to learn as the first part of this lesson. Let's meet with a new video. Thank you.